As we celebrate Black History Month, we are also taking a look at the people who are paving a path forward right now. One of them is Brooklyn's Chris Gansey. He owns a brewery, one of only 3 Black-owned breweries in the entire state. But there's an active push to now create more opportunities, including a foundation created by a longtime New York City brewmaster.
When I separated it, I feel like, oh, I actually have a brewery. Like, this is mine.
America's thirst for craft beer is growing rapidly. And yet, racial diversity in the business is not. Of the 484 breweries in New York State, only 3 are Black-owned. It found that Black people account for 1% of brewery owners and less than 2% of all brewery positions. And perhaps no one understands the issue better than Garrett Oliver. The brewmaster for Brooklyn Brewery has worked in the industry for 30 years.
In that time, I have not seen a single African-American applicant for a brewing job.
That's why Oliver is taking action. He recently established the Michael James Jackson Foundation, providing scholarships for people of color in the brewing industry.
If you're looking for trained people, we will see that they can get trained by removing the financial barrier to their training.
Access to training and the capital needed to start a brewery are a couple drivers of the disparity, but it's also about how craft beer is marketed.
The one thing that we noticed is that it was very white and very male.
The New York State Brewers Association is addressing the problem. They created an inclusivity committee. Sophia Barbaresco is the chair, and she says she's optimistic after seeing a rising number of women getting into craft beer recently.
I can't speak to the Black experience, but as a woman, it was always incredibly valuable to go to a brewery and see a woman in a leadership position.
That's where Chris comes in.
Hey, miss, how you doing?
And it's why he intentionally opened in a neighborhood not known for craft beer, with the goal not to gentrify, but to be a natural part of the existing culture.
I want to be able to have a place there where you can come and talk and educate, and I can educate you about the beer or anything else that's going on in the neighborhood.
Just this week, the Bronx Brewery and the advocacy group Beer Culture announced an internship specifically for people of color and underrepresented communities. They hope this type of outreach can help overcome another obstacle: exposure.
What you find out is that people like good things. I think that the African American and Latino American and Asian American communities may not be as familiar with the wide range of beers, but that just means that they're going to find something brand new to like, which is always an awesome thing.
And while there are only 3 Black-owned breweries in New York, including contract breweries, Harlem Brewing and Harlem Blue, they are all embracing their role as ambassadors for change.
I think beer is something that should be bringing us together. A cold beer and a good conversation is always a start to change,
I think we can all cheers to that. Thanks so much for watching.